Hello? Are we live? Oh, we're live. We're here. Welcome everybody to the Rantcast podcast, episode 91. I'm hosting. We're live. Let me go ahead and bring Kurgan on here real quick. And Kurgan, you're on with me. Let's make sure everything's good. Yeah, volume's low, so I can so I'm not like mingling, but I promise next time I host, I'll be more put together. I did this in like 5 minutes, so we're doing this. I said fuck it, we'll do it live. But anyway, welcome to the Rantcast podcast. I am TheStrangeBus, also known as Josh. I am joined by my other host, Kurgan, also known as HeroQuest Fans, and you can find him at twitch.tv/HeroQuest Fans. That is twitch.tv/HeroQuest Fans. How are you doing today, Kurgan?
I'm doing great. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing a lot better now that I can actually, help out a little bit.
I got 2 words for you.
What? Is it volume up?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that good. Good and proper. The Macho Man is feeling jolly, ho ho ho.
Yep. He's in the holiday mood. He's got the Christmas tree stacked to the ceiling. Dig it, yeah.
A quick disclaimer to everybody. We are not full endorsers, I guess I would put it that way, of AI, but all of our current graphics are brought to you by Sora and Suno, which I have briefly piled up. If you are a creator who has no other resources and needs a quick baseline and would like to start work of your own, I recommend using it for a baseline. Otherwise, if you have instruments, money, and or skill, please use your own work and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Or hell, put yourself out there on Suno manually, because that is an option. And I guess that's what people do nowadays. Kurgan's voice is very low. Okay, thank you for the sound test.
I can talk a little higher.
I'm going to try to raise him up a little bit. I think it's because I'm using my stream settings, and I think his stuff is matched to the desktop audio. Go ahead and speak one more time, Kurgan. Let's do a quick test.
How about now? Let's test. Is
that better?
This thing. Any better? How about now? Can you hear me now? Bohemius.
How you doing,
How do
Bohemius?
I sound? And JoeKozier's here too. Hey guys. Still low? Maybe they can't hear me at all. Still love.
Way to go, bud.
I'm tired already.
Well, we'll find out here in a little bit, just slightly. Okay.
Slightly. Okay.
Let me do a live audio test here real quick.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna get low.
Okay, so I tested with my phone. I don't know how reliable that is. It looks like we're matching a little bit in audio quality.
Okay.
So, if I turn you up any more, I'm gonna redline you, Kurgan. I mean, if you start yelling, you're gonna go into the red. So,
woo!
Yeah, you're right now. I think it's compensating you. So,
okay.
We're gonna keep it to about where it's at.
All right.
But I appreciate both your guys' input. We're going to go ahead and start this episode 91. You can't see me. I'm retired. But first, it's crazy over here where we're at as far as weather's concerned. I hope everybody's staying warm. I hope you're, if it's really cold out there, I hope you keep it warm. Vice versa. I mean, if it's hot out there, I'm jealous. But I hope you're staying cool. How are you doing as far as the weather goes, Kurgan?
Oh man, well, we had a big snowstorm not too long ago. It's mostly melted. Now we're just getting like flurries. I almost did the Phil the Weatherman thing from Groundhog Day. Coming up, moisture coming up out of the east. It's gonna push off. No,
That's right.
but we've had some cold rain. The radiators in my building though are just cranked up, and I'm like fairly close to one right now, so I'm practically passing out from the heat. Like,
Nice and cozy.
yeah, nice and toasty.
There you kind of the same. I think we're practically pretty close to each other.
Yeah, that
But-
Midwestern weather.
Yeah. But I think that, yeah, we had a pretty nasty storm. And then while I was at work today, because I did some pretty heavy lifting, we had some flurries. And then I was told I was going to get whiteout conditions, which I got it for about 5 minutes. And then it went away because of where I was driving. So
Okay.
I was glad about that because I was like, oh, I'm driving into a snowstorm.
Yikes.
But it went away. It was just crazy because it was like 40 degrees this morning. I walked out, I was like, man, the snow's melting. It's actually raining. And then it's snowing at like 5 o'clock. I mean, only where I'm at do you get to experience all 4 seasons. It's insane.
Well,
Hell on
in my
earth.
building, yeah, frozen hell. I don't have to do snow removal where I live now, so it's like to get exercise, I was going out walking. Believe it or not, it's like, okay, you know I live here because I'm just taking walks like in the snow. Like, what kind of crazy person am I? But it's
We
kind of
had
nice. I mean,
6 inches on
crystal
Monday.
clear.
Now it's all gone except for the big piles of snow in parking lots. Today hit 57 in Northeast Ohio. It's supposed to get hit into the low 30s for tomorrow. I feel really bad for you, son. Not really. I'm extremely jealous because we were 40 degrees this morning and now we're 25. But with the wind advisory we have, it feels like negative 1. We were also last week, because like I said, you and I are pretty close, but it was like in the negatives most of the time. Like it would hit like -7. And like we don't usually get into the negatives till like January or February.
Yeah.
Rain tonight turning into ice for the morning.
Oh, that sucks. Hope you don't have to commute.
Yeah, be careful. I like to everybody out there, please drive safe. Where I'm at, people drive like absolute dickheads. So they think that 4-wheel drive is a miracle, and it's not a miracle. It's not a miracle cure. Doesn't keep you from slipping on ice.
Too fast, too furious, Tokyo drift.
Yes. So let's not Paul Walker ourselves. God bless the guy. But like still,
Man.
please don't go 80 and slam into like a light pole or kill yourself just because you want to pass somebody. If it's too slick or the weather's really nasty, let people pass you and be stupid. Because
I've hit light poles before. Well, I hit one. Thankfully, it didn't fall on my car.
well,
Wow.
we had the interstate closed last week, and I had to go to Rock Island, Illinois, for a BMX thing, and the amount of semis I counted in the ditches was unbelievable. And there was one where I think the guy that had to get pulled out of there was getting pulled out as soup because his not the trailer but the cab. Sorry, I had a brain fart, but the cab was like cut in half and like smashed in. Like it looks like his cab got flayed. Like you could it looked like a cross section. You could see the engine, you could see the inside of the cab, and then the other side was like crushed. So it looked like his cargo like jackknifed so bad that it hit him and then flipped back. And then around him were like 4 or 5 other cars. It was bad. And there was a bunch of tow trucks trying to get everything out of the ditches that day.
Might not have made it.
It was bad, yeah. So lots of people probably not making it out or being stranded. So please be careful out there. Anyway, on a lighter note, we have a couple of great topics for you guys tonight. We have a fairly easy show. Not too much HeroQuest news, right, Kurgan? We're just gonna.
Nope.
Okay, but we
still waiting for it to happen.
We do have a surprise for you guys at the end of the show, so stick around. Well, we have a couple things to talk about. I did have a lovely conversation in the Discord with Malwhip about mergers and all that other fun stuff. I'm going to be kind of bringing that up a little lightly tonight. We're also going to be talking about, which is the title, we're bringing up, we are losing another great WWE legend, but he's kind of been gone a little bit. You couldn't see him for a little while, but he is officially retiring from the show altogether, and that's John Cena. Do 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 do. So,
his name is John Cena.
HispaZargon's release of his remake of Dark Company.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah,
He
and
spoiled it.
Yeah, he did. He spoiled it.
Yep.
And then I'll just bring this topic out now because it's a sad topic. It's a dark topic. Kind of one of the dark things that we don't like to bring up too much drama, but I'd like to give a quick shout out to Rob Reiner and his wife, who sadly passed away. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Or earlier this week? Stabbed multiple times by his own son. Something I wish never to happen to a parent, no matter what social outcome you're from, is that you get taken out by your own son. Really unfortunate that it had to come to something like that. If you don't know who Rob Reiner is, he is, for me, he's most known for The Princess Bride. And
Spinal Tap also. That's where I think
Spinal Tap. So I was a mild fan of his work, and it's very sad that he had to go that way. Yeah. So and there was a small documentary of his kind of their last moments at a party and stuff. If you want to look into it, please go ahead. Otherwise, I would respectfully not want to go any further because kind of like a sad topic to kind of go on to. But our Discord's always open for stuff like that.
Yeah, he was known as a director, but in his early work, Meathead, what was that show? Was it All in the Family? He was a character.
Yes, All in the Family. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
That's a little before my time. But,
but very unfortunate. Guy was in his 70s, so he had lots of experience, lots of work, lots of things to pass down. Even did some work with his son previously. So. Yes.
And we're
just
finding
a
out
quick.
He had a lot of substance abuse stuff, but not that makes it any better.
No. But just a quick shout out and a moment of silence, if you've got one, for a man who did legendary work. So we'll take that as we go into our next topic. I think we both wanted to talk about the issue with Nvidia. I wouldn't say issue, but Nvidia is going in a different direction. Again, they were more about AI. Wasn't he married to Penny Marshall for a minute? I don't know. I don't tend to get into actors or famous people's lives.
Personal life. Yeah.
Yeah, so you might have to look that up, Joe. But we were talking about there is a couple.
Right. He's right. Yeah, he was married to Penny Marshall at one time.
That's interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to look it up a little bit more. But and then if we got extra time, we'll probably talk a little bit about the kind of the AI craze. Like I said, we dive into it, but the big craze that's taking over, including with Nvidia, there's a big RAM company that I have to make note of that kind of abandoned its own work to make use for AI, which is kind of once again contributing to the computer hardware crisis. And that's kind of where we're going to end off today. And like I said, that's if we have time. We have a bunch of topics tonight that might move on to the next rantcast. I always say that, and then we end up getting new stuff. But yeah, it's good to be back. Like I said, we've been this is kind of always a tough time of the year for us as far as the podcast goes. So I want to thank everybody for sticking around with us, showing your support, because for us, we don't require your cash, or we don't ask for donations here. We don't do any of that stuff, no matter how big we might get, small we might be. We just require your time. So we appreciate it. We hope everybody has a great holiday. If you're celebrating Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating, please take that time with your loved ones. Yeah. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, any of those holidays, please take that time with your family. And yeah. You're going to have to make a list of every episode to see if the topics are brought back up. You go ahead. I already know there's tons of episodes where the topics never get brought back up. If you do like a supercut, it'll be hilarious because I'm telling you, there's a huge amount.
You could probably use AI to do that too.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's something that I think me and Kurgan have both talked about after the Rantcast, where we've said, like, yeah, we're going to have to write this down, and, like, it never happens. So I will make a point to improve on that. So, yeah, the lost topics archive.
For the Rantcast podcast, yeah.
We should probably do that. Like, no matter how, like, we should make an episode that's dedicated to stuff we never brought back up. And then, no matter how old it is, just talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We'll hop right in.
I forgot to mention this. I'll just say it now. So I was actually on an episode, recent episode, from shout out to Lee, the Covert Nerd podcast on Spotify. Yeah, I was on an episode, and we were talking about Wizards of Morcar. So every episode I've been on his show, we've talked about HeroQuest. So
big fan of that guy, by the way.
Yeah.
If you ever do watch the Rantcast, bud, just want to let you know, you don't have to have me on, but I would love to be on your show.
You want to talk some Star Wars with him?
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, video games of today and yesterday. I have a whole bunch of stuff I would like to dig into his brain about, but like I said, but he's probably he's probably a big busy guy.
You should reach out to him. I mean, I think. I mean, yeah, he is a busy guy, but he makes the time. He finds the time. I think sometimes, like, he and I are going to do an episode, and it's like something comes up, so it ends up being like 2 weeks later, but then we do it. So, yeah, just sit down for an hour, nerd it up, as he says, for whatever topic. Yeah. Yeah,
because that's definitely a interview I'm going to have to do some prep for. Like we're gonna do some actual prep work.
He uses StreamYard, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, yeah, if you look on there, he talks about Cobra Kai, he talks about the MCU, he talks about like underground comics, like 90s comics, like the X-Men cartoon from the 90s, Choose Your Own Adventure, HeroQuest, Dungeons and Dragons, movies, wrestling, just lots of stuff. Just whatever he wants to talk about. But I mean, sometimes he's had like artists on there. He's had like people who've made like mods and stuff for games. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget how old he is. If he's a little older than me or about the same age, but could be.
Okay.
He's definitely got a good radio voice, and that's why he's got a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him. I know what he looks like. I'm not saying he's like a weird-looking guy.
But like I said, it's nice. His stuff's nice to listen to, and that's why I said I'm a good fan of his show. Because like
he's got a good radio voice.
I could put on his stuff while I'm driving too, and like it's nice to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So
shout out to him on Spotify.
Yes.
He's on a few other places, but I think Spotify is most up to date.
That's not nice.
No, that's not what we're saying. Like Garrison Keillor, no. No, he's just a normal looking dude, but he's got a really good radio voice. I'm just trying to give him a compliment, and you turned it around.
Yeah, jeez.
Yep. Man, wear a big fake beard, but he's all right
big
in my book.
Bushy beard. Okay, so we get into our first topic, so we can knock it out. This is coming from ESPN. You sent me this link.
His name is John Cena.
Okay.
Take that joke for the next 20
so,
years.
quoting the ESPN Andreas Hale, this was December 13th. Pro wrestling superstar John Cena ended his 24-year WWE tenure at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., doing what he hadn't done in more than 20 years. He tapped out. There's a video here if you want to look at it. It looks like he's really uninterested in what he's doing. It looks like he kind of didn't want to do it. Maybe he was just told to do it. I don't think John Cena's really been interested in wrestling.
Are you saying that his retirement, he's made peace with it?
Yeah, because he makes a shit ton of money doing movies.
Peacemaker. Yeah. Got him.
Also, he's also done commercials. He kind of sold out a while ago.
Yeah.
But I will give it to John Cena.
He's had some success.
Yes, I will give it to John Cena, though. He has always kind of been the superstar that stood up for people and kind of didn't really give a crap about the... He had sway,
yeah.
Right?
He did a lot of kids wanted to see him. He did the Make-A-Wish stuff for a lot of kids. Yep.
He also had a small backyard real-time feud with The Rock. So they didn't get along for a little bit. Because The Rock loved to live up the show and Cena liked to do things his way. So there was like a thing on that. By the way,
Rock
which I found out.
Kind of a big ego, so
he does, and I found out he is really fake, and it's really sad because I used to really enjoy The Rock. There's a lot of idols that I had that I looked up to as a kid that have kind of gone down the drain. It really makes me sad. Quoting once again, Cena signed with WWE in 2001 under the name The Prototype. I remember that. Made his SmackDown debut under his real name in a losing effort to Kurt Angle. Cena struggled as a singles wrestler until he adopted the Doctor of Thugonomics.
I remember that.
So he was a very huge wrestler, very common to most people. If you talk about John Cena, most people know what it's about. But according to this, Cena's retirement tour formally began at the Royal Rumble in January when he was eliminated by Jey Uso. Cena stunned the wrestling world by turning heel for the first time since 2003. Had Elimination Chamber on March 1st. He eventually won his 17th World Championship by defeating Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania in April. The heel turn was short-lived as Cena dropped the bad guy gimmick and the title to Rhodes at SummerSlam. SummerSlam in August.
Super Slam.
Yeah, so Cena's last opponent would be at Saturday Night's main event. Cena won and lost the Intercontinental Championship to Dominic Mysterio while waiting for the tournament to conclude, making him a Grand Slam champion. So I guess there's a big shout out to celebrate Cena, according to this. And kind of a small speech. But there's a video where you see him kind of tap. He just kind of gives up. So I'm guessing there was a little bit of a back and forth matchup between like a win or lose sort of deal to kind of give it some spice. But like I said, I think he's been kind of on the out for a long time. He's getting old too, isn't he? Isn't he in his getting to his late 40s? So.
I mean, in the world of wrestling, it's not that old, but
injuries
pile up.
Yeah, and like I said, in the not quoting
he's 48.
The shittiest person in the world right now, but according to Ed McMahon,
he's only a year old.
They always come back. So
you mean Vince McMahon? Ed McMahon.
Not Ed McMahon. Vince McMahon.
You
sorry.
take it back.
I got it wrong twice. Yeah, you had to correct. I think you corrected me again on that one. But yeah. Vince McMahon. Sorry.
Ed McMahon. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Ed McMahon. Anyway, but what I'm saying, dude, The Rock's fake even out of wrestling bohemians. So
it is so popular.
I kind of liked wrestling when I was younger, and like I said, I still kind of follow it every now and then. I don't watch it as much, But I appreciate like the sport because I've been to personal like the actual like not the old school but the cheap places like the garage styles, yeah, like those ones that aren't formal, like where
Those
they have
are
those.
fun.
And they're really fun, and the people are really nice. They are really nice. I will tell you, if you meet the nicest people in the world, and they're people who do this. So, and the people that go to the house shows, they're like willing to like shake your hand. You know, they'll tell you thanks for coming on by. Don't have to pay a dime, like because it's what they do what they love. They fuck people up. So, I mean, they get all of their crap out in the ring. So, I mean, do what you love, man. I'm not gonna dog you for wanting to go to a wrestling match. At the end of the day, if that's what you enjoy, it's what you enjoy.
You could say it's really lowbrow.
Yeah.
But I see it like going to the circus. I mean, you're seeing all these like stunts, and it's like you suspend disbelief, and you kind of get sucked into it, and everybody's like yelling and stuff.
It's like people who LARP, right? I don't particularly understand it, but I respect it. Like people who like dress up and go out and look. I'm sorry.
I'm not really
sorry,
a LARPer. I'm more of a cosplayer, I guess.
But like
a hacker.
But yeah, yo, King, what's up, man? Welcome in. The King has arrived. But yeah, it's like, you know, I don't particularly do it. I think I've cosplayed a couple times, but like people who LARP and stuff like that. If you enjoy it, man, go out and do it. Like, you know,
Bohemius is a LARPer. He was a LARPer.
But like I was saying before, if that's what you love doing, and it's what you want to do, then fine. But like I said, the difference is The Rock built a career off of it, and then he kind of became like a fake douchebag. There are fake douchebags everywhere. I mean, look at Pirate Software. That's something you should look up. That guy's the fakest douchebag of all time. Hey, I'm not dissing anybody for LARPing. I just want to say that, okay?
The LARPers rise up and
I just personally never understood it, right? Okay, promise.
You tell them. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I especially think if you're with the right people. If you're with the right people, it could be a good time.
I like I said, I personally never understood. Maybe when I was younger, I'd probably like want to hop into it, but yeah,
listen. At Gen Con, this past year or this year, I really wanted to do that, and we couldn't fit it in, but we played laser tag instead, and it was lots of fun. But my wife didn't understand it either. Married me anyway. There you go.
See?
It worked out.
You don't have to understand it, but you can respect it. And like I said, I respect it. So
LARPing can be fun. I think next year at Gen Con, I'm definitely gonna try to get into it. And one of these guys, I think Angus, was saying he was gonna do the Warhammer tournament.
Oh snap!
King says after watching the movie Role Models, I wanted to LARP, and I learned it's nothing like the movie. It's not anywhere I've seen.
Look, man, those guys got really into it. Like they had a whole freaking like group, and
people
just
have,
letting you know.
Money.
Yeah, that's like intense. You might find that, but that's like it's something where you have to pay a fee to like register and like have a membership. So that's always been like a thing. But I love that movie, dude. Me and King have like the same tastes in movies. Like, dude, I love that movie. I watched that recently this year. Role Models. You should watch It's Sean William Scott, Paul Rudd. Taste the Beast. I love that movie, dude.
Wow, in 2008. Okay.
Yes, is absolute gold. It's absolute gold, dude. It's so good.
Okay.
It's like one of those old school comedies, like not like old school, but like when they're still doing raunchy comedy movies back in the day.
Oh.
And stuff. Yeah. So.
Well, I always thought those were good in small doses, but I mean, it's been so long. You know, I'd give it a try. Give it a shot.
It's not as raunchy, but like it was made around that, like where you didn't have to hold punches as much. So, not as bad as like Euro Trip or Road Trip, but it was in that kind of like realm.
Okay.
So. Yeah, dude, I love that movie. It's so good.
Oh my. Bohemia says, yes, I used to LARP a lot, and the major inspiration were Power Rangers, wrestling, Xena, Hercules, etc. Yeah,
See?
all the good ones.
The most I ever did, right? Most I ever did. I still have a picture of it because I had a picture with Brandon Roth, and I got, this is where Billy D. Williams was 10 plus years ago.
Oh, story.
I cosplayed as I made my own personal Jedi character. I dressed up in some robes,
Nice.
like got some makeup for like Scar, and I had a lightsaber replica that I gave to a friend of mine, which I horribly regret because we're no longer friends anymore, and that was like a really expensive replica, but
Dang.
that I could like hang up now. But yeah, I loved that thing. I bought it, like took care of it forever, and they're like, I don't have room for this, and like I just gave it to him. But like,
Wow.
yeah, I did that.
We have
Backyard wrestling.
everybody in the. So King did backyard wrestling back in the day. He did musicals.
Yeah, he does plays.
Or he
and
does
stuff.
them now. Oh, cool. I did a little bit of a stint in the theater. Nothing too big, but fun.
But yeah, I still have a picture when I went to I went to the Comic-Con over here, and they that was fun. I got my pictures taken a lot. I didn't think anybody was gonna take my picture. I thought my costume sucked. But I met Jason Mewes, and that guy was like all over it. Like he was like grabbing the replica. Like he was like taking pictures. He like took like 5 pictures with me. I was like, what the crap?
Yeah.
And they're on
Yeah,
my iPhoto.
Sounds like he's generous to fans.
He's really nice. He was really nice, and that was after he got off all the garbage and stuff. So yeah, he was really cool. He was.
Joe
really
says, I also did SCS, Society for Creative Anachronism, for a couple of years. It was more medieval recreation than LARP.
Did it teach you how to sword fight? Because I did something with a group for a little bit for that. Like I said, I couldn't understand it or why they would do it because there was no like real benefit other than just learning how to fight with a broadsword, which was heavier than shit, and it hurt when you got hit with it.
Not like HEMA where you're actually wearing like armor and stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, they put you in armor. There was like a fee you paid, and I paid for it to take a couple classes during the fair. Yeah, well, yeah, I went to a Renaissance fair, King, and like they had they had classes you could go to, and I took the classes, and they were like, well, we have more after these, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because like they put chainmail on me, and they had these dull broadswords, and they would swing them almost not like full power, but they'd swing them, and like you get hit with that, and like it left like fucking like I got hurt. Yeah, and you like sign paperwork and shit for that, and like I was like, damn, dude. Like,
well, I know for HEMA they have like really thick stuff on, but I mean that's an actual competitive like fight. The stuff that I saw, it was all choreographed, but this was a class, like a just so you're hitting each other for real.
Well, not like full massive. They would like teach you how to do like certain flourishes and stuff. And no, and it's because these people were inexperienced. Like I was super inexperienced. They wouldn't like come at you for like full mass. Like I think they offered you like a wooden sword, or they'd offer you like the real stuff. And I was like, I'm not a pussy. Give me the real stuff. And like he was like, okay. And like he like gave me like this long sword. I went to go pick it up, and like I dropped it for almost a minute because I was like, holy shit, that weighs like 20 pounds. So he was like, yeah. He was like, it's heavy. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be swinging this like a lightsaber then. So I grabbed it, and I went to go fight him with it. And like he was like swinging it like it didn't even matter. And like he caught me on the side of the leg, and I about went down. I was like, but like he lifted me up and everything. He was a nice guy.
I wonder if they were pranking you, because I've heard most swords actually weren't that heavy, and they were pretty well balanced. But maybe because you've got all that gear on, you're not familiar with it. So
I got used to it over time. It wasn't like it was heavy the whole time. It was just the fact that when I grabbed it, I didn't expect for it to weigh like a fuck ton. Like yeah. And I didn't like drop it to the floor. It was just like one of those things where like you go to grab it and you're like expecting it to weigh almost nothing because I had no idea what I was holding. And like
not a plastic toy.
Yeah, and I've never held like a full on broadsword before. So Like, we
So-
tried different swords, too. I think I did this was, like, 2014. So it was, like, short swords, long swords, and then they had, like, a claymore you could hold.
Oh, cool.
But they wouldn't let you fight with it.
So like a late medieval type stuff.
Yeah.
High Middle Ages. Bohemia says SCA was fun. I did also historical school of medieval fight in full armor and real swords. Nice.
Kate says you never seen a Renaissance fair?
Joe
Come on
Coacher
down, bro.
says there was a show on History Channel about jousting. Don't know how long it lasted. Yeah, because there's different things. At the Ren Fest that I went to, it was just a staged fight. Like, they have the breakaway lances. The guy throws himself off the horse. Then they do the sword, and you can tell they're not actually making contact. But then there's also guys that do it for real, and that they're all padded up, and they're hitting each other pretty hard, and like the weapons are getting dented and everything. And occasionally injuries do happen. And then there's the HEMA guys who actually compete. They have like rules and stuff.
Yeah, we have
Like
like three.
inspired by historical stuff, but I think it's slightly different. So it's like modernized.
We get like 3 Ren fairs over here sometimes, and like some are like really shitty, and like some are like really fun. And so, I think the last time I went to one, it was a dud, and it's where I got my walking stick over here because the guy like charged me like $10 for it. And then there was another one, the one I went to in 2014, where I got my katana, and I got. They had like the fights, so they did a staged fight, and then they offered classes after that, and like they'd put you in armor and stuff like that just to see like you could fight with like they had like a dummy, not like a dummy, but they had like there was like armor you put on to fight with, but like they would suit you up for fun, and like I didn't get full plated. They didn't have full plated armor, but like you put on a gambeson and like some chainmail, and like yeah, that shit was pretty heavy. And it was really fucking weird to wear. So
Well, I've read that the butted mail is what you usually get for like costumes and stuff. The riveted mail would be much more expensive, but it would actually work. Like,
yeah, it would actually work for combat.
Yeah, because what you sometimes see these guys like testing it out, and they chop it, and you just see the rings go flying. It's like, okay, that's butted mail. It's just squished together like a key ring, rather than
Well, if you're gonna get it, you want something that works, right? When you're gonna fight.
Yeah. Still, that's a lot of effort, though. I mean, Joe says I made my own chainmail shirts, one aluminum, and the other 18 GA fence wire. It was freaking heavy.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and you've got to like
What
oil
would you
them
use
and stuff.
What would you use chainmail for?
Well, for protection.
From what?
Swords. What if somebody comes at you with a sword?
Who's doing that nowadays? I mean, no, on a serious question, I'm not trying to sound stupid, but who's coming at you with an actual like sword?
I'm sure he just made it because it'd be cool to have a chainmail. Sure.
I mean, I guess no. You know what? I'm probably gonna come off stupid like that. I think King told me about there was like somebody over in his area that like was hurting people with machetes and shit. So you know what? Fuck that. I'll wear chainmail.
Sure, it'd give you at least some protection.
Yeah, because
Now,
it's
an
real.
arrow-
It ain't hurting you.
Like a crossbow, I mean that the bolt could go through the chainmail, but that's why you have the plate to deflect it. Yeah, there's all these. Yeah.
If you guys have good PCs, you should try Half Sword. Half Sword's really good. Speaking of which, for games, that's like realistic medieval fighting. And like speaking of this, like you try to fight like 2 knights in full plate armor, try to fight each other, and like you actually have to fight.
You get your chainmail and your gambeson. We don't want you to.
Someone got machete downtown here. Yeah, dude.
Dang. See, I mean, it's a terrible story, but at the same time, it's like, how awesome would it be if he tried that and you're like, this is the moment I've been waiting for, and you throw off your trench coat and you got the chainmail, and it's just like, draw your claymore and take him down.
No, like he pulls like an Ash Williams and pulls out like the fucking double barrel shotgun, blows him away. This is my boomstick.
Well, and they've done
Buddy
videos
didn't
too,
die.
where it's like,
Yeah, dude.
Even so, like good armor can deflect some small arms fire like pretty well. Not as good as like a plate vest, but
Dude tanked the machete. Did you hear that? Just took it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Wanted to sell stuff, but nobody wants to pay what it is worth. Oh,
That's sad, Joe. I mean, it is kind of the times nowadays, though. It really sucks. It really
he
does
survived.
suck.
Oh, well, I'm glad he survived, but it sounds nasty. I mean, because it's meant for like cutting brush, so a huge knife.
You're just out getting groceries. Somebody comes charging at you, full fucking war cry with a machete in hand. Your day goes from like boring to horrible. Oh, be awful.
That's why you need your side mace. You can just like whack. Not the spray. An actual mace. It's like
He just pulls the mace out and fucking
take his kneecap out.
in.
Well, yeah, that would happen. No helmet. Well, even with a helmet, you get a concussion.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've bypassed the John Cena topic.
John Cena. Well, good luck to Mr. Cena and his future endeavors.
That's true. Yes, and I thought we were talking about.
I would not mind having a nice suit of armor. King says, I'd buy chainmail and armor just for the man cave, but I guarantee I won't justify the price. Just being able to explain it to my wife.
That's true.
Well, see, you put it on, it's like, what's she gonna do? I mean, you've got armor on.
Swords were not sharp, unlike in the movies. Anyway, chainmail gives minimal protection and the part of armor that can't be covered by plate. So the back of the knee, elbow, armpit. Yeah, I know. Like,
combined system.
It is a good point because, like I said, when I'm playing half sword and stuff, when you actually have to fight people in full plate armor, you can't just swing your sword at them because the plate protects every part of their body. So you have to go half sword and you have to come at them at the throat or in the back. You have to get them in their soft spots.
Yeah.
And get them with the pointy part.
That's what gets me about at least when I read about it. It's like how much actual wrestling there was with these knights. They had to get their daggers and get in the gaps and everything.
Yeah, man. Behind the angle. Yeah, you had to really fuck them up. You had to get crafty.
Oh yeah, he'll do like Hulk Hogan. He'll come back with a mask on.
I told you. He'll be like Ric Flair. He'll try to woo one day and he'll fucking blow a hip out.
Yep.
He'll be woo! Oh! Yeah. That's right. Can't stop the woo. You can woo all the way to the ring floor, even when your fucking ankle's busted.
Yep.
You just yell woo in pain instead. Woo!
Yeah. Stretcher him out, and he's still woo. And
right.
The ambulance is like.
That's what I said. That's what Vince McMahon says. They always come back. They'll always come back. I tell you, once his career dies down a little bit more, and he stops being in DC movies because he's doing the other one, right? Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying he made peace with the.
Once the sweet money stops rolling in, he'll be back. He'll be back for the kids. But I think it's kind of getting to his head a little bit. He's making so much money, he doesn't really have time for wrestling. And I bet you they came back to ask him to come back. He's like, yeah, but this is it. I'm not coming back like the other wrestlers, And
I mean, they do have the fake retirements, and then it's like then he just shows up at some random indie show.
Yeah, because like literally, like if you saw the video, the dude elbowed him a bunch of times. He just stood there and went.
Like
I'm like he got like choked out, and he's sitting there going. Like he looks really fucking not in it. Like he's like, I did not want to do this. I did not want to go out like a bitch, and like that's pretty much what he did. He probably like gave it to him like he probably gave him like a Rock scenario, like the Rock doesn't fall down, the Rock doesn't get beat up, stuff like that. Like he was like, yeah, like I don't lose the fight. What if I get knocked down, I get back up and I pummel his ass in? They're like, John, it doesn't work this way. We're gonna need you to retire softly.
Round.
Somebody's going to take you down. If you're not coming back, somebody's going to have to take you down. You're going to have to come down in the third round. Well, I'm going to have to win some of these fights. Okay, John. Chill out.
Vin Diesel can never be punched more than his opponent.
Yeah, that's so fucking stupid, dude. He's not human. Vin Diesel's an android. Can only be punched 6 times before he goes into fucking goblin mode and just kills everybody. he's a neural net processor, cyber computer. Speaking of that, I'm going to bring up something to everybody. Did you notice, because we were talking about old school Terminator games, right? Did you notice a new Terminator game came out and it's fucking amazing?
Really?
It's called Terminator 2 NoFate, and it is a 2D game it's an arcade game based off of Terminator 2 with multiple endings, by the way, to keep you replaying it.
Interesting. So it has nothing
I'm
to do
gonna show
with
you.
The newer Terminator stuff that sucks.
No. And it includes like actual likenesses of the characters,
Oh, man.
all that stuff.
I'm looking at it right now.
It looks so good. I watched some
like
gameplay of it. It's so nice.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna put it on the stream real quick. With no come with me if you want to leave.
Peacemaker is supposed to be the greatest marksman ever and hardly ever shoots anyone, says Joe. But when he does, Bohemia says, mostly wrestling, you must break the armor in the weak spots to make the armor useless and incapacitate the enemy to the point you can't move. Broken bones or concussions, somebody else is in charge of finish the incapacitated armored soldiers with daggers. Yeah. Of course, I also have heard that, I mean, a lot of times they wanted to take the guy for ransom. They wouldn't necessarily kill him. But, yeah, at a certain point. Yeah, because you keep hitting it over and over again. It gets dented. There's imperfections in the metal. It's really interesting.
Okay, so this is our game
And
here.
they had guns back then, too.
So this is Terminator 2 NoFate. This is an awesome looking game.
Yeah, that's very reminiscent of... Well, actually, this, you know what this reminds me of is the Alien 3 game. Like
Yeah.
the way he climbs ladders. But also you can see the influence of the first Terminator game. A little bit of Narc in there. Yeah, it's got
I'm
a
gonna
nice
credit the
graphic.
person too. Don't worry, but I just wanted to. There is a really good, some really good cutscenes in here.
But this is official. This isn't a fan-made game, right?
No, oh, it's in Spanish
See?
or another language. But I mean, it's got really good cutscenes.
Yeah. How do you say hasta la vista, baby?
Baby, and they've got like parts from the movie, so it takes place
Sayonara.
right before the movie. But like you can like if you check it out, here's another scene, you know, which is really cool. Yeah.
Yep, just like the movie. Yep.
Yeah. So really good parts of the movie. There's even a really cool part. You actually get to play as Terminator from the bar. You do the bar fight scene. It's really good, and the music from the bar actually plays. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, check that shit out.
Is this on Steam or is this coming out?
I think it's on Steam.
even-
Yeah.
Is he actually? Oh, it's just like a little shadow over his crotch, or
Yeah.
He's actually naked?
I need your clothes and your bicycle.
Your boots, your motorcycle.
I
He doesn't say
Yeah.
your sunglasses, but it's like
mean, that's what he says. But yeah. Suamoto.
can't let you take the guy's bike, son. He just grabs the shotgun out of his hand. takes the sunglasses. Get it out! Get it out!
But you even throw the guy in the fryer and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool. You should check it out. I'm just gonna say that right now. You should check it out. I'm not gonna show too much more. But really cool game. I watched it, and a lot of Terminator stuff that came out. That's kind of just gonna say kind of garbage. So
Yeah.
this is past players. So
Oh, yeah.
check this guy out. I'm not gonna take all of his credit for him. So
James Cameron ran into some heat too because apparently he was using AI to restore his like 4K movies.
oh shit.
Like, yeah. Like on the home releases. And people were saying, this looks really cheap and shoddy.
Yeah, I bet.
Well,
That does not look good.
no, not a good look.
Oh. Sucks to be
Make-
James Cameron.
Well, I mean, but it's like he has such a reputation of being like, this auteur filmmaker. He'll insist on doing it the right way, but then he takes the shortcut. I guess You could also say it's kind of like George Lucas. It's like, oh, use the latest technology as a shortcut, and yeah, you kind of betray your own principles.
It'd be like David Lynch.
That would be so.
You can't watch this on your phone. You're not really watching a movie if you're watching it on your phone.
Watch it on the big screen. That would be.
Watch
so
it on the big
beautiful.
screen, stupid.
It's not wrong.
It'd be so beautiful. You could crawl around like a baby.
Yep.
I hate it when movies that were shot on film get remastered and then they remove all the film grain.
Yeah. Watch me. Well, I mean, if you have no other choice and you want to watch it on your phone, sure. But if I have the option, yeah.
But according to the late David Lynch, you're not getting the full movie-going experience. Speaking of the movie-going experience,
oh yes,
here's something that might trigger Bohemius a little bit. But here we're going to talk about the merger.
Merger.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit the button.
Oh.
All right. Now, I had a really nice discussion with Malwhip in our Discord, and it actually did kind of bring me into some perspective. I kind of live a little bit in the past sometimes. Like I don't always see that there's newer companies out there or that there's, still some competition out there. Like everybody else out here, I am I sometimes make mistakes. But I still like to make people aware, because not everybody's aware that competition is a good thing. And that sometimes when something happens, we look for more of the positives than the negatives, which is good, but it's always good to just be careful. Lately, there has been a big merger with Netflix and WB, Warner Brothers. It was an $82.7 billion merger. When I was a little younger, there wasn't big, huge corporate conglomerates absorbing each other. They were usually absorbing the little people. So, I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen, it just didn't happen as much. So, when I saw this, I was thinking, oh no, because WB owns a good chunk of TV, they own a good chunk of movie licenses. This could really be it for like movies, like the movie-going experience. This could be it for a lot of things. I mean, yeah, it spells great things for Netflix, because if you're a Netflix subscriber, you get access to a lot of shit that WB owns. But what about WB Games? What about all the other shit they own? I mean, they're kind of going down the tubes as it is. If Netflix deems a lot of their subsidiaries worthless, they'll just shut them down. So my mind went in like 5 different directions. And so I posted it, and Malwhip was like, hey man, cool your jets. The world's not coming to an end. Here's what's competing with all of that. Plus, here are the positives. And I sat and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? You're right. I still want to bring it up, but you're right. Because at the end of the day, because I thought about it after I had that discussion. I thought about, there are other corporate entities out there. Because I brought it up, like with Xbox making their grand changes. I thought, like, maybe companies are just doubling down and not caring about their customers. It's kind of been a trend I've been kind of following for a while. We still have big competition. Here in the U.S., I'm not talking about anybody who lives anywhere else. Not like that's a bad thing, but like here in the U.S., usually competition can be really important for a business, especially if you're starting one, right? You want to build a business from the ground up. As long as you have the resources, the time, the effort, go for it. The bad part about that is a lot of the times here, if you become, I don't know about, I wouldn't say a threat, but if you become more noticeable or easily swayed. A lot of people just give up halfway through because they take the money and they get absorbed, and they're out. They're done. That doesn't mean they're out of a job, but it now means you answer to somebody other than yourself. You're no longer following what we call here is the American dream. You think you are because you just got paid a fuck ton amount of money, like life-changing amounts of money, and you're set. To me, the dream is the fact that you are working and doing what you want to do the rest of your life. That's not always a certainty here anymore. So if somebody offers you a life-changing amount of money, you take it and you're done. So, I like I said, I thought about it and I was like, well, we still have competition around here. We still have other big companies that are willing to make the big fight. But I still want to make it a big thing, right? Because Paramount tried to buy out WB2. There was a hostile takeover involved. I haven't followed it because I try not to worry about it too much. But I do want to make it known that we should always, no matter where you are, strive to have competition and not monopolies in your area. Because it's what keeps a business in check. If I'm a business like a tech company, which I ran, I still kind of do. If my tech company, which sells computer parts, works on your computer, and pretty much I do multiple things, does online and phone troubleshooting. If I decide that nobody in my area does it, or I've bought out the other people so they work for me now, if nobody else is competing with me and people need my service, I'm going to charge you whatever the fuck I want. I'm not going to gouge you. But if I was charging you I don't know, $20 to do a hardware service, be $20 an hour, I can now take that up a little bit because you need me. It's the car salesman method. It's a lot of the things. I encourage people not to put their trust too much in the businessman because they're out for themselves first and not for you. So, and that's kind of where I'm getting at. I don't like to be misunderstood by people as the doomer, I guess is where I'm getting at. I don't want to doom people into thinking I want to wear the tinfoil hat. So don't think I'm out to tell you that your life is in jeopardy. But when I see things like this happen, I do get a little worried because I personally like the movie-going experience. So I'm bringing this up because I personally like the movie-going experience. I like to take my kids to the movies every now and then. It's a special treat. I would hate to see that go away completely. Is it going away completely? Probably not. But are movie prices going to jack up? You bet. Are things going to kind of change a little bit more? Yeah. We're not going to go back to the way things were before COVID when movie-going was a big thing. So it's sad. It's sad and it's disheartening. Now, if you guys care about that or not, that's up to you. But it's something that I wanted to bring up personally on the podcast because this deal, it doesn't matter who it goes to, this deal, whether you like it or you don't like it, is going to change a lot of things. Granted, King, they are crazy expensive, but this changes that again. A fuck ton. I don't know if it changes it much in your location, but it will for us. And that's where I'm getting at. I'm not telling anybody to personally care about it, but I am making it noticeable because it's something that on the podcast it matters. It's pretty crazy. To me, it's baffling that before 2020, movies used to be important to go to. People grabbed popcorn, they kind of budgeted, they went out, they took their dates out. People got a little bit more sociable about going. Yeah, they got more sociable about going to a movie. After COVID, it didn't fucking matter. Unless the movie was interesting, they didn't go. And it could be the fact that movies are uninteresting now. There's not a lot of movies to go to that actually matter. But some of my kids enjoy movies, and I want to take them to it.
I see old movies in theaters, stuff from the 80s and 90s and 2000s, and it's $8 a ticket.
Yeah, we went to
newer movies.
Didn't you and I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I went to go see Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
And it was super cheap.
That was That was so awesome.
And we got a cup
souvenir
and a
drink
movie.
glass.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got popcorn, and we ordered food. And like I said, the food was more expensive than the movie. So like I said, if you know where you're going,
Get you.
and you know what you want, and you keep it cheap, it's still going to be pricey, but it's not going to be as pricey as you think. Like a lot of movie theaters, they serve more than popcorn. And if you sit there and you have a burger and a beer, you're going to be paying like $60 or more.
Yeah. That's how they get you. You pre-order your tickets, and then you don't think about it, and you're like, oh, well, I could go out to eat and come back, or I could just eat right here, and then you pay their prices. But,
And just get some popcorn and a drink.
Yep.
And go. And like I said, that's what I do with my kids. My kids get popcorn, they get a drink, and they get like a small dessert. I'm like, yes, it is fucking expensive for all my kids to go to a movie. But like I said, we save up for it. We just save up for it. And it's kind of like a nice thing. It's a special occasion, King, like what you said. It's a nice thing.
They sell those bags of popcorn that are kind of like tubular in shape, and you get one in each leg, and then you got the candy in the back pocket. And like, oh, I'm not sneaking snacks in here. When you sit down, it's a crunch.
Well, and most cheap theaters anymore, I don't think they give a crap anymore. Like I've known people that like just keep crap in their purse, and they're just like, whatever. I
knew of one where the guy would get up before the movie started, and he'd be like, shame on you if you snuck stuff into my theater. But we keep our prices low and all this stuff. But yeah, usually it's just whatever.
Like I said, the movie going experience was always kind of pricey. Like it's really crazy now, but it was always kind of pricey. And that's what I'm saying is like, back in the day though, places, and I really think it was before streaming was more of a commodity than a necessity. Things like movies were relied on because that's what made or broke your entertainment. Now it's really not anymore, and that's what I'm saying is if WB gets bought out, a lot of those movies, I guess according to Netflix, if they buy them, they're still going to keep that tradition. It's just not going to be as long. And it's because why do that when you can mark it up on a streaming service for like a premiere price and then bring it down after a little while, like we were doing during COVID, because that was the practice. So, and that's mostly what I'm talking about is like, the traditional movie making experience is gone. And that's more of what I'm worried about. The company crap and stuff, I more just make people aware of. Is like, as long as we are welcome, gold public.
Yep.
But yeah, the traditional stuff, or like the corporate nonsense, I always just try to make that aware for people. Like, just don't give in to it, right? Company's gonna look out for them. They're not gonna look out for you. But at the end of the day, I'm just sad the movies are going away.
Yeah.
And I always wish to have competition still there, and that's always been kind of mentioned for like the last half decade is that we're losing movies are going away, and like, yes, and maybe eventually they will no longer be around.
And drives innovation, keeps prices down. It can.
Yeah. But that's what I wanted to kind of bring up is there's gonna be a day where I'm going to bypass the theater and that building's gonna get reused and it's gonna be like a Spirit Halloween or a vape store.
Yeah.
Or some weird shit because nobody's gonna want to buy the property, so it's gonna get leased out. And it's gonna be
a lot of theaters right now you can rent them out and like, play Halo on the screen or do like your own thing.
That's kind of cool. I'd rent a theater out just to play Halo on it.
Yep. I mean, I want to watch a movie, but I mean, you could do whatever you wanted on that screen, pretty much.
What? But yes, what are you talking about? I do not think it was better when we did that.
Hey,
I'm saying
back to the caves.
If you want to go back 6 years, streaming and things that were designed to make our lives better are becoming more of a necessity to keep us from going outdoors. If you really want to go into that argument, mister. And to be honest, I think that it keeps people from being more sociable. It doesn't keep us from going outside, but like it keeps people from like interacting with other people, because why fucking do that when you can just sit at home and get all your interaction from your phone, computer, TV, tablet. Everything is interactable, and you get everything from that. You don't have to walk outside. Netflix and chill or make out in the back row. Yeah, dude, I got my best teenage experiences in a movie theater. I'm not going to tell them on the Rantcast, but I'm going to tell you I did some wild shit in the movie theater. So, I miss that stuff. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, it's, don't dare to do anything, And, hey, if you want to compare movie theaters to living in caves, man, fucking sign me up. I'll go fucking spelunking for a day. I'll fucking hate it, and I'll probably crap my pants. But you know what? I'm down for it.
Watching a movie in a cave might be kind of cool.
Not Nutty Putty though. You don't want to go to Nutty Putty. That's where that guy died.
Oh shoot! Sad story.
Back in 2009. Yep. I knew it. Bohemius always choosing the dark side option. I swear, if I was playing KOTOR right now, speaking of which, I've actually got new Star Wars news for you guys. Hold on. What? If I was playing KOTOR right now, he would be hitting the dark side button the entire time. That guy's just chaos. I'm telling you. Absolute chaos.
Yep.
But there is a new KOTOR being released. I didn't look it up, but I guess it was at the Game Awards. No, it's a sequel.
Ooh, KOTOR 3?
So let me look it up without looking at a video, because I'm not looking at a video. I'm not investing in this at all. We've had so much fucking bad happening in the Star Wars realm. So let's see.
Good down there.
Because I can't remember what it was called. Let's see. Fate of the Old Republic.
Fate of the Furious.
Is the game. I don't know who's making it. But brand new epic Star Wars single player, and this is starwars.com, by the way. We'll just go ahead and... I'm not showing any video footage, so y'all need to look it up if you want to look it up. I think it's on the Game Award. Yeah, it was announced in the 2025 Game Awards, which I didn't watch. It's from Argonaut Studios and Lucasfilm Games. So it's actually getting... Oh, no. No. Oh, no. I will explain that here in a minute. Fate of the Republic steps into the role of Force user on a journey through a galaxy on the edge of rebirth at the end of the Old Republic. According to this, it will take place around Knights of the Old Republic. So, from what I was told, it's supposed to be after. It's supposed to be similar to Mass Effect, and it is made by Casey Hudson, which I didn't know about. This is the guy who I think had an involvement in Mass Effect, but he also was the head of Anthem. Does anybody know what Anthem is? He worked with EA for the longest time, and he headed Anthem. Yeah, King knows what Anthem is. That guy showcased Anthem at the 2014. Was it what'd they call it? E3, and it was this awesome game, open world, where you could fly anywhere and do anything. You had this Iron Man suit and whatnot, right? Then he left the project shortly thereafter, leaving it in complete disarray. And then somebody had to take it over, and a couple other people left the project, and then you're left with what Anthem looks like today. An absolutely bullshit live service that is shut down, I think, by now. It's completely garbage. So, it was project named Bob Dylan, by the way. And I know, Bohemius. I love to give you crap back, man. It is not a rant cast if you're not here. So just let you know. I always enjoy having you on here. But the big part is It was named Project Bob Dylan because they wanted the game to be bigger than Bob Dylan or more popular or something like that. It's ridiculous. There are several documentaries on how fucking bad that game was. I think he came back to head the project at its later stages, but it was I am now really scared. So I'm glad I didn't look at it because I don't know when it's planned to be launched. I think it's sometime next year. I bet you the game's going to get delayed at least twice. Save this rantcast right now, guys. Twice. I bet you twice, and then it may or may not be canceled. Or it's going to be garbage. I have no faith in Casey Hudson, by the way. Absolutely none. So, if he makes a good game again, like Mass Effect, similar to Mass Effect, I'll be surprised. If we get a good Star Wars game this year or the next year, if they actually get one and it doesn't fucking suck, I'll put a dirty sock in my mouth on stream. I will eat a sock. That's how much I'm willing to bet this game's not gonna fucking do anything. It's gonna suck dick. Pardon my language. So there you go.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Thanks for joining us.
I bet garbage. It's really sad though because like every time I hear Star Wars, every time I hear the word Star Wars, it's
getting excited to get disappointed.
It's got bad. Yeah, because my hopes went up a little bit. Even Polsky posted on the Discord about it. He was like super excited. I was like, man, don't get your hopes up. The last good Star Wars game was Fallen Order? Not the sequel, the first one.
Oh, Fallen Order, not Jedi Survivor.
Yeah,
Jedi Survivor was the original, right?
No, Jedi Survivor was the sequel that fucking sucked. I didn't get a chance to beat that game.
It broke your save game when you were close to the end.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then I've tried to beat it again, but every time I just hit a wall. I won't play anymore.
Aw. That's when you need the Prima strategy guide and the Nintendo
it just tainted me. It hangs over my head, and I'm afraid to fucking go any farther. I just don't want to do it. It's so bad, and it's so sad. It makes me so sad. But yeah, if my VOD is still on Twitch for that game, you guys should get a chance to take a look at just the end and watch how fucking disappointed my face is. Because
is that on your YouTube as well, or did it?
I don't think I got a chance to post Fallen Order on YouTube yet. But okay. Jedi Survivor. Sorry, I put Fallen Order on there.
Nice.
But yeah, I think I stopped with it because like I was going to put it on YouTube, and then when I got there and I found out my save was corrupted, and I tried to cheat to even like skip, and it still gave me that message like you skipped important parts of the game. Now it's gonna be broken forever. Like, okay.
Not cool.
Yeah, and I just got sad. I got really fucking sad. So, and all of my saves it only had 2 saves. So, like, you couldn't save scum to prevent that from happening. So, I had to start all fucking over again. 50 hours, 50, 60 hours of gameplay because I was doing all the extra shit. I was so done because I was at endgame. The plot had been revealed to me. I had gotten past the major point where Darth Vader does the stuff, and I got into a really emotional point in the game, and I was at the final level, and it was like, nope, sorry, gotta restart.
Yeah, your Fallen Order is on there, but I don't see Survivor.
So sad.
Nope. Yeah.
So sad. But yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Old Republic has always been a nice thing to touch on. It's really funny now that they got the green light to touch on it because I thought last time I was told it's not canon. So I really like how Disney's falling back on it. That's nice.
Yeah, giving in.
So,
giving in to the pressure.
Not
they need to win.
Yeah, well, yeah, they do. They really do need to win. It just kind of shows that they don't want to tell us that they lost or that they're losing, but like they're willing to kind of spoon feed us the nonsense.
Kathleen Kennedy needs to retire, and she can't do it until they get a win. So.
Gold Republic. Yeah,
There you go.
I just say there are a couple Star Wars games I could recommend still, and most of them are ones that are over 20 years old.
See.
There's one that came out in 2019.
Battlefront 3.
Oh yeah, Battlefront. Yeah, that's not even finished.
I know, and it's still more fun.
There's still people on the Discord that are working on it, and you can download it as of with the 360 emulator. I cannot get it yet again, but there's a Discord for the Free Radical Archive, so you can download it with your 360 emulator, and boom, you will have a mostly working copy of Battlefront 3 again, which I'm so glad they're doing that. I'm so glad.
That's a treasure.
It's a very, very big treasure.
Such a tragedy that it wouldn't have come out, but yeah.
The Wii version, I guess, was more complete, and you can download the Wii version, and the Wii version's kind of sick too. So,
yeah.
But there are people who have restored a lot of the cutscenes and stuff, and it was a really nice looking game for the time. So, I would have been all about it. I would still play it today if it was 100% complete. So I would have been like ready to go. But they had so many projects, so many fucking projects, and I guess there's some guy who's trying to pull up old 1313 like dev levels because some of those got leaked, I guess.
Yeah,
but they are really incomplete. Like they were because like really that game got fucking shafted early. So
okay.
But that's like PS4 stuff, so somebody might know how to rebuild that game. It just will be fan made mostly, because it's not
lost games. Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, because
2001. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a storyboard available for that, and I think the game files that they're pulling up now are so incomplete. Like they wouldn't have a story to flesh out, other than the fact that you're playing as young Boba Fett. So
basically, to be making it up, it would be like you say, a fan game at that point.
So you'd have to see if they have a storyboard available, or they'd have to get in touch with the developer of that game and see what the storyboard was. Unless I'm wrong, like if they do have something in the files or something available they can get access to, that more power to them. If I knew more about video game development, I would be on that so fast. I would dedicate time because that game looked very promising. Once again, another game during the time that was announced that looked fucking gold and more corporate meandering. So there was an open world Darth Maul game that was going to be announced. There was the Republic Commando game, the Republic Commando sequel, which will never get released because that was concept. Rogue Squadron. There was a bunch of them.
A lot.
That were all lined up. Yeah, because I think Rogue Squadron 3 was going to be Wii oriented. I don't think it was going to PS3 or Xbox. They think talking about it, but then I think it was Pandemic. Pandemic got scrapped or something like that. I can't remember. And that's why Battlefront moved to Free Radical or some shit. So never an Ewok or Gungan game for me. Did you really want one of those, or are you just fucking with me?
Gungan Frontier, Jar Journey.
I mean, they had them.
I mean, there were games where you could play as Ewoks, but
yeah, Ewok Adventure, or you could do Battlefront. They had special modes where you could play them.
Yeah, I remember you could throw spears at the stormtroopers, and the spears would just like stick in their armor and just stay there.
Yeah, it was like hard mode. I know that there was like a Naboo mission in Battlefront 1 that you played as Gungans, and all you did was throw grenades. You didn't have firearms, so you just threw grenades at them, and it was very hard because I had trouble not killing my own teammates.
Oh God, the Puma.
The AI was much to be desired in that one because all they did was throw fucking explosives at each other. There was another one that had What else? The Ewok one, I think, was Battlefront 1 too, but they also had it in Battlefront 2. And then I know the new Battlefront 2 had like a Ewok horror mode for the stormtroopers. Like they just come out of the grass and shit, jump scare you.
You're not authorized in this area. Ah!
Yeah. Actually, was kind of freaky for a minute. But Misa have no Boomer. That's right.
Exactly. I still to this day remember how I jumped playing Dark Forces. Going around that corner, is it when you go to the devastated city? It's like you go into like this little alcove for a second, and then the stormtrooper's right behind you. Especially if you got headphones on and you hear it, and it's just like, you're not authorized this area. Like, son of a ah! Jump out of your chair.
He wanted to let you know for real that you're not authorized to be in that area.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we got? What else?
Surprise at the end.
We covered a lot.
We did.
I know I had one more. If I
One
remember
more.
right. Oh yes. Okay. So, let me pull this up real quick. I want to make sure I get the company correct. Yeah. Oh, stories unavailable. Let's see if I can find a good one. Yeah, okay, Micron. That's right. So, in the world... Oh, wait, Bohemia said something. In BF2, you can unlock the Ewok in normal games. Also, a versus game mode where the troopers are in the dark with flashlights. And the Ewoks have night vision and can ambush you from the trees. That's right.
Ooh, that
Thanks
sounds kind of cool.
Thanks for refreshing my memory there.
That must be the newer Battlefront 2.
Yes.
Talking about, right? Okay, that's why I haven't seen it.
So according to this is from The Verge, of course, but I'm getting some of my stuff from The Verge. However, oh fuck off. Anyway, so Crucial, big manufacturer for RAM, is shutting down due to Micron, which is the bigger company, the parent company. So is selling its RAM and SSDs to AI companies instead.
Yikes.
They are moving their focus to AI. So, just to kind of move forward, Micron is retiring the Crucial brand. They're getting rid of it. It's gone. And that means Crucial is kind of more of the budget-friendly version of hardware for... So if you were making a good gaming PC and you wanted to kind of make your budget a little bit more, you wanted a cheaper RAM or SSDs, Crucial was more of a reliable version of that. I wouldn't technically recommend them personally, because I always recommended Kingston, or I recommended Western Digital for stuff. I don't know how good they are now. Most of the time when I built computers, most of my Western Digital products lasted a decade or more. So, and I have consumers to back that up with. However, if somebody was really trying to cut down and we got to the RAM or SSD portion, Crucial was something I would recommend going forward. Mostly because if you need to replace it, you can replace it. They're relatively cheaper. So they're no longer going to be available. So I don't think this is going to necessarily make things worse as for other companies when it comes to just that brand. However, I think we're going to see a slight shift in the market. because Micron is a big company for RAM. And without them, I think it's going to hurt production. So, and they're kind of shifting to a way different area. Also, with this kind of moving towards it, I think we brought into focus that Nvidia is also working more towards an AI environment. So they've also kind of said that to most companies, because when you buy an Nvidia card, you're usually buying from another party like Asus or MSI or any other company out there. You're not usually buying a Founders card. Some people do, but they're saying that they are no longer incorporating the VRAM, I believe, into their boards. So when a company goes to get the board, the API is sent to them, the graphics unit is sent to them, and they have to now manufacture or get their VRAM from another source. So if you're planning on getting a graphics card anywhere anytime soon, expect to pay a pretty penny for it still, which sucks. I would still recommend an AMD card because I think Intel's still kind of on the up and up with that, but unfortunately, I don't know where we're gonna go as far as PC building. I would save it for one of those Steam boxes. That's my personal opinion. What do you got, Kurgan? Or did
I've
we
got a
lose
little.
you? Oh, okay.
I've got a little surprise at the end here.
Oh, you getting your?
Yeah. If we're ready for it.
Well, what do you think on the
You want
current?
my opinion on the RAM situation?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not just gonna ramble about it. Yeah.
Well, it does feel like the end of an era. I mean, I know it's not going away completely, but just the shift to AI and just companies just going for it. It seems like they're investing in all this as a way to just cut out the human component and cut corners and save money. And I know there's a lot of talk about the AI bubble bursting, and then other people saying nope, doesn't matter. It's the future whether you want it or not, and we're just all gonna have to live with it. But I see a lot of companies going out of business, failing, and then the ones that are left just dominating whatever this is. And it kind of sucks because I can remember a time when I was definitely really excited to get a new video card, and now I just wouldn't even bother. I just play old games now. So maybe I'm even older. I'm even more of an old man than you are with regard to this.
I mean, I can agree with it. It's definitely a bubble that has yet to burst. I think of it as a big fad. Kind of there was a certain shoe in the 90s that was a big fad that everybody wore. And while, yes, it's still around, I feel like it is kind of like that, right? I use it as a baseline. You use it as a baseline, right? You can make your logos with it. You can do other things like it. I wouldn't rely on it for everything, right? You can make a logo like I did right here. But what you could do is you can also modify that logo. Have it create something for you or give you an idea, and then take that idea and modify it, make it your own.
I don't have the ability to. I mean, if I had the talent or if I had the money to make my own music, I would just do that. But so I use AI to create music, because before that I was using the royalty-free music, which it's not really royalty-free. I mean, they say it is, but you always run into issues. So it's still a shortcut, but so I'm still using it. I'm part of the problem.
But the big part is that, like I said, everybody's using it for everything right now. It's an everything deal. So And
like high fructose corn syrup is just in everything.
yeah. So like what I'm saying
It's all fat.
is yes, it's a problem. It's going to always be a problem for people. What I would say we want to it not be a huge problem for is to suffocate like our entire market or make it a problem to where it's eliminating mass amounts of jobs for everybody. Or, because I don't believe it's that accurate or that efficient to completely replace people. We're getting close, but I think we have set a standard that is too high, and I don't think we're going to get there in time for the product to make money or revenue that will meet this immense number, and which OpenAI or Google or whatever big company that is founding this is wanting it to make, and it's probably making money. I just don't think it's going to make the money they want it to make. So, it could just be an old man opinion.
Isn't it funny how, like, usually when we think of automation, you think, oh man, you're putting the manual laborers out of business. But now it's like, okay, you're going to put the clerical workers and the white collar jobs out of business, with assuming the AI goes the way they want it to. I mean,
well, and that's what I'm saying is like I think that that's eventually that is a goal. I don't think it's a bigger intent, but when you're a big corporate like douchebag sitting up on a pedestal, you look at the numbers on a board. You don't think about the outcome that happens afterwards. We think, well, who are we going to cut to save money? What are we going to do to make the company more efficient because we're in the red? And when you have to appease an investor, it doesn't matter if you've been good the last decade or you've had a couple rough patches. The big thing is that number always goes up. Mm-hmm. I know that's the stupidest way to put it, but not everybody understands it by the number. And it really does I'm lucky I never had to talk to an investor. I never got that big. But the big thing is dealing with investors can be a very easy process or it can be the most painful process of your life because those guys are what make or break your company if you're wanting to get big. Because those are the guys who fund you. And it's a bad part because I'm not as educated on it, but they don't ever want to see that number go down. They don't ever want to see you as a problem. They don't want to ever see you as a risk. And nowadays it's even worse because if you even show slightly on paper or anywhere else that you are going downhill, the margin for error is so small, and the less big you are, the more chance you are of getting absorbed or cut or broken or dissolved. And it's frightening for big businesses. For corporate conglomerates, it's probably not as frightening, but they don't ever want to go down. So we're now in this, and that's why I said when I go back to my WB standpoint, that's why I said I think a lot of these big companies are absorbing each other to stay alive or to meet a higher number. And the bigger companies below them are trying to find ways of cutting cost without trying to cut costs the easiest way possible. And AI models are expensive, but you don't have to pay you don't only have to pay like a yearly cost for those. And when you get told by a salesperson for these that they will make you so much money because you don't have to pay a bunch of people to do it, you just have to pay a small group and a one-time fee, the dollar signs go up. That's what I say. For someone like me, I do labor, so I don't think I have to worry about it. But I'm really afraid later on down the road that, and like I said, it's not going to be like a massive wave. I don't want to get conspiracy theory on this. I'm more thinking you get the smaller people. People are just trying to gain experience. Even teenagers, people who are just working to start their careers. They get cut because AI is in the market. Okay, that's great. If AI starts replacing people, fine. I mean, at the worst, we're going to have to start finding another way to socialize with people. Because now you're not going to work. Where's the stipends? Mm-hmm. Because at this point, you're big businesses are running the country, and it's not the government or the politicians. It's now the people who are funding those people are running the country. And I got a little political there, and I'm sorry, but like at that point, you've got those people running the country because they think it's cheaper to run it with robots than it is to run it with people. And then at the end of the day, you've got a huge section of the country who's jobless. So my thing is, I don't care how this goes as long as we find replacements for those jobs or you pay those people. And like, how are you supposed to build? Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying is like, I know there's going to be replacements for AI. Like, you're going to have to have prompting, people who prompt. You're going to have people who can learn to build the models. You're going to have people who have tech experience. But what about the millions of older people who have no fucking idea how to use the algorithm? Are you going to train them? Or are you just going to say, fuck it? Let's just rise the homeless count up another 50%.
Thanks.
It really is like a Detroit Become Human scenario. It really is bad because like the corporations aren't thinking about that. They're thinking about how their number can go up right now. And that's what I'm saying is like we don't think about how this destroys like half of everybody's lives. It's they'll get back. They'll get back to it. It'll be fine. We don't care how they recover. It's just the fact that they do recover. They don't have to have the things that they want. They just need to be able to live. Well, what if they can't? Because the job market is so fucking tight because you guys have shortened the amount of jobs people can have. And you have like strangleholded the market so bad because you've now made automation, but you've had no way to cover automation. See, automation to me sounds more productive because you have to have people to maintenance the robot. And most of the time, you can cover the same amount of jobs with maintenance and technicians, and you can train people to do that, and you can get people to haul the robots in and shit like that. Delivery, drivers, stuff like that. With this, there's nothing to maintenance. There's nothing to take care of. It's a click of a button and boom. It is a corporate asshole's wet dream. I don't have to pay you shit. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Go home.
Yeah.
Take your vacation. It's permanent. You don't have to come bitching to me about work anymore. Bye-bye. And that's what I'm worried about. It's like they're more thinking about that. I'm saving billions.
Yeah. I want to say there was a Twilight Zone episode where like they keep using the automation or maybe it was the Outer Limits. It was one of those shows, but it's like they keep using the automation and it's like they're replacing everybody, and so like the factory's down to just two guys. Like the boss twirling his watch saying like work faster and work harder, and the one guy like pressing all the buttons. So then they finally get rid of the guy pressing the buttons, and the boss is like, yes. But then the robot comes in who's twirling the watch, and like so even the guy saying work faster is replaced, and it's like the end.
Yeah.
But
so
that was like the 1960s.
It's what I'm saying. There is a book that I read. I even read to the kids. I used to read the Pendragon books when I was in school, and there's a book that I'm reading right now that kind of describes what happened. And it's about a territory not similar to Earth that did this to themselves. Like they had, because this was around the time when Walmart was taking over every like small chain.
Oh, yeah.
So they kind of used this, but it was like one company started off as like a mom and pop shop. And they thought, well, hey, we sell food. Why don't we sell the dishes? Why don't we start with dishes and then go to furniture, then do this? And they became a store for everything, similar to like what Walmart is, right?
Yep.
And then soon, because they could cut their prices because they got cheaper products from other stuff other than the mom and pop stores, they ran everybody out of business. And they were a place called Block. It was a store called Block. You could get everything at Block. Everything was cheaper at Block. So everybody bought everything at Block. Well, now, because there's no competition with Block, they hired, and there's no jobs for anybody, they hired everybody, but they cut their wages down by half. And people relied on Block, and you couldn't talk bad about Block because then you don't have a job. Well, how do you make more money? Now they've got casinos you can gamble at, and all that stuff like that. And it's very fucking weird because gambling's a big thing over here now too, like in droves. And then it eventually the territory became a thing where because there's no more money to make. Block controls everything, down to your food sources, everything like that. Now it's so bad that the company didn't know where to go, so they started making games where the stakes are people's lives. And you could win tons of money, but if you lose on the bet, it's like you could bet anything. You could bet your children, you could bet all that stuff, but if you lose that stuff. And if you can't pay up, you work in a highly irradiated area that helps power the city, and you work there till you die because you're paying off your debt. And like it's really fucked up, but like
Dystopian, yeah.
It's very dystopian, and it's weird how close that is. It's not true, right? But like it's just weird how close that is, because like we are a very hustle, go environment, right? We are too busy to think. You wake up in the morning, gotta go to work. Gotta do your job at work. Because if you don't do your job at work,
You're fired.
you're fired. Then after that, you gotta do all your other stuff. If you don't have kids, you got a different hustle. You're running Amazon packages, you're doing Uber, you're working for the man for less money or whatever. You're doing all this shit. You don't ever have time to sit down until it's super late at night. And by the time you're super late at night, you are too zonked to even fucking do anything else. So you sit down, you play your video games, shut up, and you don't think. And that's it. And if you have a family, you're too busy with your family. Think about what's going on out in the real world. Or you're stuck in this.
Yep.
And like, it's not uncouth or like weird to think that like people can't be sneaky to each other. Big corporations or people above us who make tons of money just think about like doing stuff while you're distracted. I'm not saying they're spying on you. What I'm saying is that we are so distracted with everything. Our whole lives run on these things that like you wouldn't think you wouldn't have the wool over your eyes pulled every now and then. Like, I feel like you're foolish if you don't. If you think everybody tells you the truth, then you got a lot of problems. Like, that's a personal ignorance I wish I had. But
Maybe a little paranoia is healthy.
Yes. So, all I'm kind of saying here is like, it's good to speak up. Good to speak up every now and then, you know? Because I don't really think I think AI is beneficial, but I think that every company hopping into it is kind of, I don't think it's productive. I don't think it's useful for us as consumers. I don't think it's useful for us as a society. And I definitely don't think it's going to benefit us in any way. Unless there's something I'm not seeing. But as far as I know, it's caused more losses and work, and it's caused more detriment to us as a society than it has caused benefits. And I would rather stick with Sora, where I can fuck around and find out, and then do anything else. Like I said, man, it's like the new YouTube. YouTube's so fucking desolate anymore, and
yeah, sadly.
Like Sora has a good community and stuff. That's where I would think AI belongs. You want to fuck around, just type shit in and cause stupid shit, go to Sora. But like, I don't want AI stuck in my work all the time. I mean, like, yes, as a baseline, sure, but I don't need it doing random ass shit. And like, it shouldn't be used to replace humans. There always should be a human element to stuff, because it cannot think exactly like a human. And you go to Sora, you'll completely understand that. OpenAI is really accurate. It's about the most accurate fucking thing next to Gemini. And like, if you look at the two models, they do a pretty good job, but they still fuck up. And like, I cannot for the life of me understand how a company goes, oh, we got this model bought off Gemini. It does everything. Well, does it do it accurately? Can it recognize when it does stuff accurately?
If you don't know the stuff, how are you going to know it made a mistake?
And that's what I'm saying is like, you guys are doing this with the intent of just pushing a button and sitting back and crossing your legs saying, oh, it's done. Well, how do you know? Do you have people that check this shit? Do you have people who check their prompts or go through the work because I know that when like Walmart, you have people places like Walmart and stuff. They use AI for their camera footage to scan faces and stuff for people who steal. So if you have somebody who comes in there and they steal stuff, they get away with it. What they do is they scan their faces, and that stuff gets sent over to the security. Like, don't be stealing anymore. Places like dollar or like even small dollar stores are doing it. So like,
Yeah.
they'll come and get you, and they'll be like, "Hey, is this you?" And like, there'll be like 7 photos of you entering and exiting a store. It could be different stores, because that AI
Wow.
will pick up your face. But like, they have a human element there because they still have a human reviewing it.
Right.
But places like Google with YouTube's now using AI to judge what channels get deleted and whatnot. And you know what? It's deleting random channels right now, and there ain't no human looking at it.
Yeah, no oversight.
None.
Scary. Well, I know that AI doesn't know HeroQuest very well. Like occasionally I'll quiz it on stuff, and it'll just get things completely factually wrong. I'm like, what's the most difficult quest in HeroQuest according to the internet? And they're like, the rescue of Sir Ragnar. I'm like, what the hell are you even saying? That's one of the easiest quests. Or like I try to have it like display what the board looks like. Can't do it. It gets it all wrong. And that stuff is all over the internet. Like if all the AI would have to do is just like look at yield in and just be like, boom, there it is. Speaking of HeroQuest, is it time?
Yeah, I got you up.
All right. I want to say shout out, big thank you to HispaZargon. He put out videos about this, teasing everybody. This is something that's been a long time coming. There was a period you may remember on HeroQuest fans where like I wasn't streaming as much, and you may have wondered like why. Well, I was beta testing. He was running a modification of something from the classic era of HeroQuest, and this is not a commercial product. This is all fan made, and he mailed this to me, and it's really cool. It's like an early Christmas present. So yeah, you can see my little video here. So this, I've already opened the package, and there it is. So let's see. This is it. So as you can see, it's a box. It's got the shiny. This is the Dark Company. The adventure continues, and this is all fan made, but it's based on a special advanced quest that came out in 1992. It was only in Europe, and so with this, he tried to take this epic quest that they designed and like modify it into 4 adventures and then convert it over to the North American rules. So kind of imagining what it might have looked like if it had existed in the US back then. So yeah, you can see this is fan-made art. It's pretty sweet. I don't think that's AI generated. I think that was actually commissioned. But I mean, it's got a fake Milton Bradley logo on it. And on the back, it says, it's a fan-made creation. HispaZargon. And you open it up. It's got the little burping Tupperware thing. And he's got a little fake seal on there. A little parchment.
Oh damn! Did he actually print that seal down or press that seal
Yeah.
down? That's dope.
Well, I don't think that's wax. I think that's plastic. But I mean, it looks really, really awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Every artist commissioned. Yep. So no AI in this at all.
That's
Hopefully
so
you'll enjoy the
good.
copy as much as I enjoyed creating it. Yeah, this is not for sale. This is fan made. So, and then he has this booklet. So he's got a booklet, and this booklet, I did not realize that he'd put this in here, but this tells like basically the story of how he made it, and like what his design philosophy was, and like the testing process, and like the storyline. So this is what the original looked like. It was this big poster that you got, and it was all color coded. It was kind of hard to follow if you weren't like familiar with HeroQuest. So it was more like, something after you played everything else. But then like, he was like redesigning it. There's like pathing. So all this design philosophy, it took forever. I was just, if I'd been doing a project like this, I would have just released it. But he went the extra mile, and then he tried to create the box that looks similar to the North American boxes, with the slip top cover. There's just it's a full booklet. It's got pictures and talking about the beta testing, play testing, and the credits. And I am mentioned in the credits, so thank you for mentioning me. I gave suggestions.
Oh,
I mean, there
cool.
were, correcting like typos and then of course he printed this out to promote Luca Posky's project with the Wizard Quest pack. So it's kind of the same idea, almost like a proof of concept. Like you can make a box like this that looks, pretty close to professional quality. Now, I could imagine somebody, if I were an unscrupulous person trying to sell this online and cheat somebody, which you shouldn't do. But I mean, just fans like printing this stuff themselves, trading it. That's the other thing he did. HispaZargon put out the files, so you can download the files yourself and print it yourself if you want. So don't get scammed. But yeah, he's got the booklet, and see, it looks like the booklet from the classic HeroQuest.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, and so back in the day, you would have, cut these out and had like little cards. You got the alchemist shop where you'd buy the potions. I mean, it's done in the same style. I mean, you can tell the paper is a little different, but it tells his custom rules and everything. Then you got the story, and you got the quests. So yeah, I won't spoil it all. And then he has his own tile sheet. Now this is a little thin, but when you think about some of the expansions, some of the expansions were kind of cheap. Like they used, lower quality, like board. But yeah, you'd cut these out, so they're not. It's not a punch board. Still, I mean, high quality, and it's in the same style. So, yeah, it's a fake logo. I mean, Milton Bradley didn't actually create this, but I mean, it's all based on their.
It was
artwork
born that year.
and Wow. And so here's these
92.
cards. And these are not, I don't think he's sent away for these. These look like he actually cut them out and like glued them together because they've got like a paper finish. But I mean, it's done in the same style.
That is amazing craftsmanship, though.
Yep.
To be that true to the old style.
Yep. I mean, if you sleeve these, you wouldn't even know. But I mean, you could maybe get like a spray, like spray some like waxy coating on them or something. But yeah, just some new artwork. So young, it's so old.
Yeah.
That's right, Bohemius. Yeah. So
that's so neat, though.
nice. Yeah, and he's even, I mean, he didn't have to do that, but it's just like that's what the cards would have had when you got them for the first time. So put that in there. And again, it's like, it's the presentation too. Now these are clearly 3D prints. These are resin. But I mean, obviously you can't sell that. That's just a duplicate of what was in the original game. But let's see, you got the Chaos Warrior, classic Games Workshop style Chaos Warriors. I always like that design. I was gonna say I've got one that I painted, so this is what it would look like painted. Focus.
Pull it back a little bit, see if it comes in.
Oh, this is the manual. I keep forgetting it's not autofocus. But anyway, yeah. So, and then these guys, these mercenaries. So in the original, so Wizards of Morcar is coming out, but I mean, Avalon Hill has abandoned this mechanic, but it was like, oh, he's got that weapon, but you can pull it out and put a different weapon in his hand. So maybe he's got a crossbow or something.
That's cool. Why don't they do that still? That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's probably like
I vote.
Probably
I make a personal vote, and I know it's
line.
not a personal vote, but I vote that Avalon Hill brings that back.
Yeah, I'd vote for it too. But I can imagine on the assembly line, like you got people going as fast as possible, and there's little parts, and it's like, okay,
We'll slow down a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
I would slow down a little bit for that.
Because originally they were all in a sprue, right? So you'd cut it out with scissors and you'd piece it together.
I just waited 30 years.
Yep. So there's the classic gargoyles, classic style gargoyle with the wings. I mean, you could glue this down if you wanted. It's pretty good, like a bloodthirster. But I mean, that's the original design. So really, nothing in here is new. I mean, this is all like what it would have looked like in the 90s. And I mean, you could
Right.
paint these. I probably will paint these actually. This is great. But anyway, really, really cool. A really nice gift. I mean, he tipped me off that he was sending it, but he didn't give all the details. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. And sure enough, yeah. Thank you so much. So HispaZargon, you can check him out on YouTube. He's putting up videos, I think, as we speak. You'll be able to see the beta tests that we did, the play tests. So it was myself and Jacer, and I'm trying to remember who else. I think we had one other person. Like, just imagine like 3 guys playing these quests and I mean, he's kind of in the background saying like, okay, you know, we're trying our best, like, to actually win it. You know, oh yeah, and there's so that's just regular cardboard divider. So I put it all back together. So I'm still waiting for my. So I mailed out the miniature that I painted for the painting contest, for the miniature exchange for Yield In, and the guy that I sent it to got it, but I haven't gotten the one from whoever painted the thing for me. So, but I think one of the guys that was left had just mailed his out like today, and so I'm wondering, oh, does that mean like I'm on his list and that's why? So I'm still waiting for it. So I might not get it until after I come back from Christmas vacation, but we'll see. So anyway, but yeah, that's the Dark Company quest pack. It's
That's
4
neat.
quests. Yeah.
I would love to add it to my collection.
Yep.
I wish I could grab one of those. I would definitely pay for a box.
Yep.
That is a nifty. Just based off the work alone.
Yeah, the care that went into it.
Yeah.
The love. Yep. So, yeah. So thanks, HispaZargon. Yeah, Bohemian says, I was waiting for my gray miniatures. Well, that's what they did. I mean, they gave you the boxes. So the boxes I got you, Josh, Return of the Witch Lord is like the white box because it has the zombies and the skeletons and the mummies. And Keller's Keep is like the green box. It's got the orcs and the goblins and the abominations. And so they never made a gray box that had the gargoyles and the chaos warriors and the mercenaries, but they could have. So yeah, maybe it could have looked like something like that. So it's a neat idea.
Recast. Nice. I mean, it is a nice looking expansion, and like I said, it looked like it took a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
And I just completed my
years
free
to make
miniatures. I was like looking at mine. I was like, man, I forgot. Yeah, I put my little miniatures up. Finally, the free ones that you got for me.
Nice. So you had the Infernus Space Marine and the Stormcast Eternal Warrior.
Yep.
I believe. Yeah.
They're posted on the Discord.
Nice. Yeah. So do you think you're gonna paint them this year or maybe next year?
Probably next year. I still have to get paints, unless I'm gonna use car paint.
Ooh. Well, you know, I've got lots of paint, so I can come over. We could have a painting party.
Down for that.
Yeah, man. You can get a lot done in a few hours.
I'm also thinking about grabbing some more X-Wing miniatures if I can find some. And they're not like $40 a pop. The ones that I want are really expensive.
Yeah. You can. That's all I had to share for the screen, but thanks for letting me gush a little bit.
No, that's fine. I think I'm good to call it. It's 11 o'clock, and I'm hitting the wall. I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man. Yeah, I am too. Old man up in this house.
But I had a big day. I moved like 600-pound machines today, so I'm pretty wore out.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad I got to host. That's
good to have you back.
Yeah, that's the nice part. Um, I am kind of like dying a little bit over here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I am glad I got to host. Glad I got to be part of the Raincast myself this time instead of just like saying, "Oh, sorry, Kurgan, you have to host this time." So feels
I
nice.
don't I don't mind, but I mean having you here and yeah, having you take the wheel is a blast from the past. It's great.
I
It's
will
nice.
try to do to have everything a little bit more tuned up next time I host. I don't have a BRB screen yet or anything. Remember to send me a list of the X-wing miniatures you want. Oh fuck, Bohemians for real? Yeah, dude.
He's not kidding. He's got it on lockdown. Yeah.
Damn. Yes.
Thanks, Bohemians.
I
Get your list.
definitely will get you a list. Give me some time tomorrow, and I'll send it to you tomorrow night. I do some licensing work tomorrow, but yeah, I would definitely
Yeah.
appreciate it. You're the
Yeah.
best.
Find him on the Discord.
Um, but yeah, I'll send you a DM. But yeah,
Yep.
personally I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for sticking around with us. I know we're not always consistent, but the fact that Malwhip had us on his top 5 was like awesome.
Yeah. He's a good
So
dude. He's
we're
a good dude.
we're glad to be doing it. I'm glad to still be doing it. We've been doing this for what now? 3 years almost. Yeah, 3
Yep.
years.
Yep.
So
This is our 3rd season, so next year we'll be starting season 4 of the TheRantCastPodcast.
but we'll probably I don't know we'll keep people updated on the Discord about the schedule because the schedule is going to be pretty booked with Christmas and stuff. So um, we'll keep you posted on whether or not we're gonna have a Rankcast next week or week after.
Yeah.
After holiday season, we should be a little bit more consistent. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Well, I may be gone a little bit because January, towards the end of January, Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings is having the 25th anniversary. They're showing the trilogy, Fellowship, Towers, Return of the King, the extended versions in theaters, select theaters.
are you gonna be gone all week for it?
Well, I have this idea in my head that I'm gonna do like boom, 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 like 3 nights in a row.
Oh snap! Yeah, 'cause those movies are pretty long, huh?
They're long, yeah. Well, because these are the extended versions, and stupidly, of course, there's no intermissions, which is so dumb. They could make so much money if they did that, but they
Yeah,
don't want to. So
I might
you're
try to
gonna
get
be
my
like,
wife to come to do that,
oh
but
man, oh man. So yeah, they've got like every major city. Check what theater chains are doing it. We're talking about theaters going away. It's gonna be expensive. Like one place, it's like $12.50 a ticket. Another place, it's like $14.50 a ticket.
that's still
But I
not
mean,
bad.
we're also talking about like nice theaters, stadium seating, or they got the lounge chairs, they got the booming sound. Some people are showing it on IMAX screens. It's like just everywhere. I love the trilogy, but yeah, it is a big investment. I think the wrong way to do it is to do an actual marathon where you like start in the morning and you're watching it all day long, like 12 hours a movie. That's
Didn't they
too
do that with
much.
Star Wars at one point in time? They did like a 24
Yeah.
hour marathon. Oh
Well,
god, it was so bad.
and they did it with Lord of the Rings, and with the Lord of the Rings one, you could see the people like are super pumped. They're like cheering and they're like, yeah, by the end, people are just like laying on the floor, like it's they're just completely drained. And it's like that's not as much fun. I,
No.
it's better to just come back the next day. You're fresh. You had your breakfast. Your coffee, your shower, and you're just like, let's do this.
Because it is a lot. It is a lot of movie, and like I feel like as I
Yeah.
get older, like binge watching is no longer like a
It's
thing for me.
diminishing returns for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, my brother and I would go watch a movie, and then it's like, we got nothing else to do. Let's just turn right around and watch it again.
but that's
It's
the
like,
thing, right? That's the thing is we weren't a go like I'm gonna kind of contribute the go culture a little bit into that, but at the same time, when you're
Yeah.
younger, you have more time, a little bit more energy,
Yeah.
but time is the thing.
Time.
So like
Yep.
I'm getting home at like 9 p.m. sometimes, and I'm like exhausted. And I'll watch like a TV
Yeah.
show and he'll be like, "Oh, you want to binge watch this?" I'm like, "No."
Watch half a movie. Like
I'm
I
good.
do that a lot. Watch half a movie, and then the next day I watch the other half of it. Like I can't.
I am
I
kind of
watched.
glad that with TV though they are trying to go back to the episodic nature of things.
Yeah.
Like they're
You gotta
releasing
wait a
shows
whole
like
week.
sometimes.
You gotta
Yeah, they're going back
whole
to
week.
doing like weekly stuff. I'm like, oh, it's
Last
so
time
refreshing.
they gotta remind you like what happened last time because you've forgotten. It's been a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my old man
Yep.
talking though. Like,
I
don't
watched.
quit rushing me.
Yeah, I watched Bed Knobs and Broomsticks for the first time since like the 80s.
Really?
But I didn't know that there was an extended version of that movie. Did you know that?
No.
They
Oh,
found like more footage, and so
this
there was
for
like a
Malwhip.
special version that
This
was
is for
released.
Malwhip, by the way. I forgot to do this for the intro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, instead of just giving you 8 episodes and you just stay up all night watching them and you don't even remember. Oh no, is this going to be smashmyxbox.com?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, is that what I think it is? Yeah.
It's a fridge.
Yep. Wow, Mallwhip, I hope you appreciate this.
Guess how much I paid for it?
Tell your sister.
It's a giveaway. Yeah, sure. You want
you
it?
were right.
Guess.
You were right about
Guess
me.
what's wrong with it, King? The motherboard's fried. But you're more than welcome to have it if you want. It's my uncle. His son is the dehumidifier for the arthritis. Yeah, my knees are really messed up right now. So yeah, it's probably what this would be for. I took this apart because my uncle needed help with it. Because his son took it somewhere and they charged him $50 and didn't fix it. And so I took it apart and the motherboard's toast. And I looked up the price for a replacement motherboard and what to do with it. And not only are spare motherboards for this $300 because the console itself is like $600 now, I think, or more.
Dang. Too much.
But it wouldn't be. It's not worth its weight in salt to fix. I just wanted to get under Malwhip's skin if he watches this that I've got a Series
So
X.
for those of you, seeing it on or listening on Spotify, he's got a Series X, the big brick.
I've also got an Xbox. I've got an Xbox One that does work over there too. He wanted me to take that apart and clean it. So I now have experience with taking apart Xboxes now more than I ever had.
Okay. So if any of my consoles die, I'll bring them to you.
Yeah, because I was more familiar with the PlayStation and PC and stuff like that. Never really took apart. I even took apart PS5s, but I never really took it apart these. So I took this apart. It was super easy, and there's a lot of Easter eggs for this. So I kind of respect Xbox for doing the Easter eggy thing. They put like Master Chief in here, and they do all sorts of cool stuff, like cool designs. So if you break your warranty sticker and you take it apart, at least they give you some fun shit to do with it.
Oh, okay. Stuff you wouldn't see if you didn't take it apart.
No.
Nice.
So like the fan has like a Master Chief logo on it. You take it apart, so it's kind of nice.
Kind of unique.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
Yeah. So it was kind of nifty. It's like I said, it's my uncle's kid, my cousin, I guess. He
So you're gonna bring it back and say I couldn't fix it. Sorry.
Yeah, I already told him.
$300.
But he wants it back. The X-Bone, well, he wanted cleaned, so I cleaned it up. But you know, everything's an Xbox, so you don't need one of these anymore.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Ooh. Well, and as far as streams go, this is, let's see. Yeah. So this Friday, I have no HeroQuest fan stream. I'm going to be hanging out with family. But on Saturday, the 20th, is my last live HeroQuest fans game stream on Twitch of 2025. Then I'm going on vacation. I'll be back in January for more of that. But yeah, we got to talk about if we're going to do another rant cast or if it's too close to Christmas. We're gonna be too busy.
Well, I guess here's what I can do. Here is, we can probably start our next rantcast in maybe sometime in January. We can get with people on the Discord about it though.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know next week's going to be a busy week for me work-wise and as far as Christmas and stuff goes. So I wouldn't expect
Christmas Eve, so I'm going.
I wouldn't expect to stream, guys, next week, but we will keep you updated in case we can fit one in, because we want to start being a little bit more consistent, even if that means we have to push it back a day or something. I would rather do that than not go without one. So we'll do that.
Do one a week.
Just stream. Look, man.
Well, I've done streams on vacation before, but it's tough. It's like you got to find a time when like nothing's going on. And it's like, okay, is the internet good enough? There's no big snowstorm happening. Like, okay, sure. No excuses.
Okay.
Well,
are you gonna stream with me tonight, King? I have nothing going on. I'll switch my account. I'll just keep this. I'll take the logo off. I'll put my StrangeBus stuff on. We'll pull an all-nighter tonight. How about it? I got nothing to do tomorrow.
King. Got you for 3 hours.
You want to stream?
Time. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hit you up after the rantcast, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I gotta crash though. But
here
you
I
guys...
was saying I'm tired, and he's like, "Let's go."
Those are the magic words. It's a second win.
As he said, he's ready to sleep. Yeah.
Yep. Sleep on.
It's funny because I get that second wind. I'm gonna be like, "Let's go," and then 30 minutes later, I'm gonna be like, "I gotta go to bed, King. I'm tired. I'm falling asleep."
Yep. Well. So where can we find this humble man?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you know where you can find me.
The StrangeBus.
Yeah. Twitch.tv/StrangeBus. Although I'm not ever on, so. More importantly, where can I find you?
And we've got the Rantcast podcast archive. Yes, XSC3, home of HeroQuest fans. You can find them on the bed at home. XSC3, home of HeroQuest fans on YouTube, twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans on Twitch, and HeroQuest fans Discord, which is growing by the day. Thanks to all our dedicated fans. Yeah. Avalon Hill has their own Discord. They're a little bigger than us, but we're giving them a run for their money.
Speaking of which, I'm a very silent moderator. I check to moderate your Discord. I have now officially kind of given up on assigning roles because you guys get so many people. Many people. We gotta do like you guys have a bot, right? For that?
We do. We've people have proposed different things to add roles, and yeah, I just have not really moved on it, so I've been a little slow on that.
Yeah, we gotta get you set up because you have so many people now.
Yep.
And like I've seen a couple of like actual like throwdowns happen. Not that Discord's not good. He has a really great Discord, but
in the HeroQuest fans one, you mean? You've seen?
Yeah.
Or you mean in the? Oh yeah.
You guys get passionate in that Discord.
We do, and it's not always just me. Cause
I'm like, should I like ban somebody? Because like you guys get like hella passionate. I'm like, I don't know if I should ban somebody. Be like, hey, y'all need to keep it down on here. There are people trying to enjoy themselves. Y'all are getting a little bit too passionate. You're gonna have to take it outside.
Sometimes I have to kind of step in and say, hey, let's count. Or I'll send a message and be like, listen, I think you might have misunderstood what was being said.
Do we allow links in the chat?
I've been posting, but I guess because I'm a moderator, it works. What are you trying to?
I think he's trying to put my link in the Discord while I sent them.
Oh, you could IM it to one of us and we could post it.
Yeah.
So just IM it to us on Twitch. I know that's annoying. 1,132
fucking
people.
1,000 people. Dude, I wish I had that. At least a quarter of that in my Discord, dude.
I mean, as the community gets bigger, it gets harder to manage. You get more spam.
Speaking of which,
we get people trying to Yeah.
We do have a Discord. I know, like, Discord's like the main thing for Twitch. We have a Discord. It's called the Rantcast Discord. If you'd like to follow our streams, and if you're new to the Rantcast podcast, please join the Discord. It'll let you know if a stream changes, which it does kind of often during the holiday season, or if one of us is sick or can't do stuff, or if we have a topic we want to talk about, or if you'd like to discuss the current stream after the stream, whatever. It's a good place for topics of conversation, and there's a wonderful 32 people in there.
Yeah. They're beautiful people.
They're beautiful people.
Yep. Okay, I think I can throw a link in there for people. So it's not displaying the text on the screen because it's like JChat that I use in OBS, but yeah. But I threw it in the chat for people.
I'm down. I'll do like an hour or two.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'll be worth my weight in salt if I go longer than that.
Yeah. TheStrangeBus. TheStrangeBus.
But I haven't streamed like personally in like forever, so I'm
you can
down
also
for it.
You can also find the Rantcast Podcast archive on YouTube. The Rantcast Podcast archive, our old shows. You can also find the Rantcast Podcast on Spotify, audio only. And I know I'm a little slow about posting those, but usually it's like 48 hours later. Gives me enough time to actually edit a little bit and upload it and put it in the playlist. But yeah, season 3 has I basically put it as each year is a season. So we got season 0, 1, 2, 3, and next year we'll be starting season 4. So yeah,
maybe things will be different.
Fun. Yep, this time it could be different.
Be like Chris Hansen, have a seat. Take a seat.
Yeah.
Why don't you take a seat over here, sir?
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, anyway, that's it for our show today. I'm going to go ahead and play us out with my cruddy, duct tapey, whatever I got right here. But hope everybody has a great night. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Hope we don't see ya. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah.
See you on the other side. See you on the flip side.
You filthy animal.
Yes. For all you Home Alone fans.
And that's it for us, guys. Have a great night. Take care.
Rantcast.
Brandcast.
Yeah.